Hello, welcome back to another video diary entry by Connor with an Hickok. This marks the first day of Thanksgiving break after the weekend, which is awesome. I love that. No school for a week, that's freaking amazing. Now, I did try recording, but then I completely missed the fact that there was someone walking their dog here. So this is my second attempt. So yeah. Honestly, this past week has mostly just been me studying and doing my tests. So this is probably gonna be a shorter one, honestly. But let's talk about last Monday. So last Monday, Briones told my class we have a pre-calc test on Friday, which meant I had 3 tests that week, which sucks. That really sucks, dude. I was really upset about the fact I had 3 tests. Like, I was complaining a lot on Monday. I was pretty upset about it. Yeah, so guys, I'm like looking over what I wrote here. I was pretty upset about having 3 tests last week. And I wrote here that I did manage to study a decent amount on Monday, though. Alright, let's go to Tuesday. Oh, one quick thing I want to mention is there's this thought that's been popping up in my head a few times recently. And, it's pretty amusing to me how some people use the excuse of, like, their bad experiences or, like their trauma to justify like them being rude and disrespectful to other people. I find that amusing that some people use such things as an excuse to be rude. And it's like, I've been through a lot, right? Like, dude, okay, here's the thing. I find it amusing because I've been through so much. I've been through some pretty bad things, right? And I'm still here smiling. I'm still here trying to be a really nice person. I'm still here with my dream job literally being helping those with mental health problems. Like, I just don't think that those are good excuses for you to be rude to other people. I just don't think so. I truly don't. And what else? I was gonna say something else. Hold on, I'm trying to think. And it's like, dude, I'm really worried about the future. Like, I have no idea. Like, dude, if college is like a really bad experience for me, then, well, too bad, I guess. I mean, I gotta do it for my dream job, But it's like, dude, honestly, I think that no matter what, I'm still gonna stay the way I am, cause I just hate being rude to other people. Yeah, sometimes I get in a bad mood and I need to calm down a little. But it's like sometimes I'm unintentionally rude to people and I hate it when I do that. I don't know. It's just I just don't like it when people use the excuse of, oh, bad things happen to me, so I hate people now. So it's like, I hate that excuse. I hate it. I just don't like it. Okay, Tuesday and Wednesday were really short. So for Tuesday, yeah, the diary entries for Tuesday and Wednesday were really short. Tuesday was I wrote here so Briones then told us the next day that we actually don't have a test on Friday. He changed his mind, decided to do it after break. I wish he would never have been like, okay, you guys have a test on Friday. Like, bro, it was crazy. And I got some good studying in on Tuesday. Wednesday, the Wednesday felt pretty long. I had some homework for pre-calc, but I decided I would do that after my tests. And then me and Cody had a food bank on Wednesday. We did apples. No, we didn't do apples. There were apples there, but we did the bell peppers. We were doing the bell peppers for 2 hours, which is cool. And then Thursday, I got A's on both my tests. That's what you get for studying. That's what I get for putting in work. I also did my pre-calc homework on Thursday. And then Friday break was finally here on Friday, technically, because, weekend is technically a part of it. But today is, in reality, the first day of break, because there's no school today. On Friday, I worked on some more math homework, and I finished my booklet, which is cool. And in my Gov class on Friday, we did this super cool activity where you had to manage the U.S. budget, right? But you couldn't overspend. You couldn't overspend the budget. It was like 3.2 something trillion. And you had mandatory spendings, which you couldn't cut those spendings. You could increase them, but you couldn't cut them. And then you had discretionary spendings, which is different departments in the government where you could cut those, or you could do any amount for those. It was a really hard assignment. So my group was doing that like for nearly the whole period. It was insane. It took a lot of brain power to do that activity. I'm gonna be for real. Like, it doesn't sound like much, but it's like my brain was so exhausted afterwards, because it's like the whole idea is like, oh, I have to cut from this, but it's like should I cut from this because I need to provide to this as well, and it's like it's tough, man. It's tough. School was all right. Other than that, there was no meeting for robotics because of Fall Fest, which is like when clubs sell stuff like food, and because it was the last day before break. Oh, I wrote the last day before school here. I was what the heck? I was tweaking, bro. I was tweaking. I wrote last day before school here. Oh my gosh. It looks a little brighter right now, and I think it's because of fog. I think it's because of like clouds and fog. Because I'm looking straight above me, and it's darker than if I look off into the distance. So I think it's just like clouds, which is interesting. Saturday, this Saturday was truly just like a normal Saturday for me. I just lazed around, not doing much all day, which is fine. I can do that, especially because I have no school for a whole week. On Saturday I did experiment on my run on Saturday. I ran in pants, which I don't normally do, and I did worse. I performed worse, and I think my idea for the reason why is because like when I'm running with shorts on, my legs only have to push against the medium of air. But when I have pants on, it also has to push against the medium of fabric. Well, it's also pushing back against it, which requires me to put more energy in each step. That's why I think I did worse. And then yesterday, I did the usual Sunday cleanings. I don't know if I've exactly stated this, but every week I clean my room. Bi-weekly, I clean my keyboard, and monthly, every 4 weeks, I clean the bathroom. So it's like I have those rotations on in terms of cleaning. So I did all 3 of those yesterday. And episode 6 of Cinderella Gray finally came out. Let's go. It was a bit more laid back, which was fine. I was actually, dude, I don't do spoilers, but dude, what they did for episode 6 was awesome. I loved it. I was just like smiling, sitting in my chair. I was so happy watching that episode. It was awesome. And then my mom's boyfriend came over last night, Uncle Jack. That's what me and my brother call him ever since we were little, Uncle Jack. I showed Uncle Jack the Gaslight District, the indie animation project from produced by Glitch Productions. Well, released by Glitch Productions. Is produced the same thing as released? I don't know. Cause it's good. He was there, and I randomly thought about it, so I'm like, I might as well show him. And I'm like basically at the point of perfection when it comes to playing Sweden. Well, I say perfection, but I'm able to play it. So I might make a video of me playing that at some point this week. Who knows? It'll likely be today or tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. I don't know. Some plans I have for this week. Tomorrow, hopefully, Luke mentioned yesterday that he actually might not be available on Tuesday, which is like which was in beforehand the only day where all the nerds in the night were available, and the idea was we would just hang out on Tuesday. But if he's not there, Luke, maybe Eric can just come over to my house and we can hang out. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I think it is a little foggy. Yeah, dude. I think fog is such an underrated weather. I love fog. Fog is awesome. Fog is like a weather that doesn't normally happen, but when it does, I love it. I remember back in the neighborhood we lived in before this one. I remember there were like 12 or 13 or something. When we were like younger. Whenever it was foggy on weekend mornings, we would go outside and just like play in our street. Play in the street. Probably not the greatest idea, because of cars could have passed by, but it was fun. Yeah, dude, I have some really fond memories of my prior neighborhood, and it's right next to my current neighborhood, so I could go there whenever I want. So yeah. Yeah, it is getting colder, honestly. Here's the thing. People always ask me, "Oh, why don't you wear pants?" It's like, dude, I get hot in pants. First of all, I get hot in pants. I can't really stand heat. I don't yeah, okay. I can't really stand when it's hot outside, Like when I start wearing like layers against the cold, I get hot, and I don't like that. But it's like I'm perfectly fine with cold. Well, okay, my legs don't get cold easily. Like my legs it's hard for my legs to get like cold to a point where I want to put pants on. But then my torso, it's really easy for like my upper body to get cold. I don't know. It's just one of those things that's weird. What other plans that I got for this week? I don't know. I do want to study for a retake for a stats test for a multiple choice section because I did really bad on it. The chapter 4 test. I think I even mentioned I got like a 4 out of 10 on the multiple choice, which isn't good. I mean, okay, on my grade, it says I got a 90 out of 100, but that's just because of the major curve. And my grade's at a 92, and I'd rather that be higher. So I'm gonna see if I could get a better score on the multiple choice. Dude, that was a hard multiple choice, but yeah. Oh yeah, one thing about the stats test. That stats test took me nearly the whole period to do. That was such a hard test. Like I understood the material, but that was such a hard test. It was so difficult. Like literally for everyone, it took nearly the whole period. I think I finished like a little after some other people. Like it was so difficult. It was insane. But yeah, that's all I got for now. I am gonna go for a run today because I don't have school today, and because I normally do these on Mondays, I don't get time to go on runs before school. And after school, I have robotics, so by the time I get home, it's like past 5:10, and I have other things I need to do. So yeah, I'm gonna go on a run today. I'll probably go at like 6:30. My brother does have his permit. My brother is having another go at his permit test today. Hopefully he does good. He says he's been studying a little bit, which is good. And yeah. My retake isn't until December. I think December 31st. So I definitely have plenty of time. And I'm unfortunately I'm only gonna be able to start studying after finals. Because obviously I need good grades. Finals are important, bro. So I need to worry about that first. But the moment break starts, I'm gonna start studying. Maybe just like 30 minutes a day or so. Cause my parents printed out this like DMV handbook that I'll start reading. And I obviously still have my questions from before. And my brother realized that he could take online practice exams for the DMV. So yeah. Yeah, that's all I got for now. I'm gonna head back, relax for like a good hour or so. Then I'll go on my run. Yeah, that's all I got for now. I'm gonna see y'all later. Have a good day.